We have seen, friends, over the last 3 or 4 years, different children from TCF come and speak in front of you. Each of them was from a poor family whose parents never got an education, who would have never gone to school themselves had it not been for TCF and all of your good work. Kainat is one example. We had Sidra Salim. Nobody from her family ever went to school. She's an oncologist in the US. We had a brother Nadeem, who's at the World Bank. And these are just 3 examples of over 200,000, now about 280,000 children whose lives are being transformed and their communities are being transformed because of your good work. So thank you for each of you for helping and making Sidra's dream and Kainat's dream a reality. Now we get to the fun part, which is why we're all here, to raise money for schools who can educate children like Kainat. So we are going to welcome our auctioneer, Clark Peacock. Welcome back. You did a fantastic job last year. That's for you.
Yes, sir.
And everybody, you have brochures on your tables, on your seats. Turn to page 12. We have 4 beautiful live paintings for auction. You will find a lot more details. And then I'm going to ask our friend Clark Peacock to take it away from here.
Thank you, Hasnan. Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having us back. We are proud and honored to be here serving with you again. Thank you, Shimmy, for inviting us back. Really appreciate it. The first one tonight, we have David Doubleson here. Can you please pick up your bid cards and wave them around? Can I see your bid cards? Thank you. I want to see where they are. So when you bid, this is what we want to see. There's 3 of us and there's 700 of you. So if you could wave that around when you want to bid, we'll be happy to help you get the item you want. Thank you so much. We're not going to delay here. We're going to go right into it. The first painting we're going to sell is right here. It's a Tazaduk Sahel, and we're going to start the bidding here asking $4,000 on the first painting right here. 4,000. Bid 4,000 here. Thank you, sir. Now 5. And 4's bid 5,000 now. And $5,000 bid 5,000 and 5. I'm 4,000 with the gentleman here. 5,000. 5,000. And $5,000 and 5 bid 5,000. 5,000 and 5. We're under the money here. I have a gentleman here at 4,000 asking 5,000. Last call. And $5,000 and 5 bid 5,000 and 5. Would it be 5 and 5,000 and 5? $4,000 going once, 4,000 twice, third and final call. 5,000 bid right here. Good. 6,000, sir. Bid 6 and 6,000 there. Didn't make it. 7,000. 7,000. Bid 7, sir. And 7,000. I'm 6,000 in the back. 7,000. 7,000, sir. Don't be scared. 7,000 and 6,500 and $6,500 and 65, sir. Original bidder here. 6,500, sir. 65 and 6,500 bid. Now 7 and $7,000 and 7,777 bid 7. I'm 6,500 with the original bidder. 7,000. 7,000 and $7,000 and 777 bid 7 and 7,007. I have $6,500 right here going once. And $6,500 twice. I haven't seen anything or heard anything from over here, just so you know. I'm 6,500, third and final call.
Before the final call,
yes, sir.
I want to tell the audience that the Tazaduk Sohail is no longer alive. You cannot get more paintings. It's a very limited inventory. So this is actually a very valuable painting because he's not painting anymore.
Thank you. 6,500 with the gentleman, 7,000, and $7,000, and 777, bid $7,000, and 777, 7,000, now 75, sir, and $7,500, and 5,575. It's signed on the back, 7,500, sir, and ask him 75, 75, 75, 75, and 7,500, 7,500, 8,000, Roxanne, 8,000, and $8,000, and 8,000, 8,000, now 5, 8,500, sir, and 5, now 9,000, 9,000, bid 9, and $9,000, and 9, bid 9,000, and 9, would it be 9, would it be 9, 9,000, no, right here, 9, 5, and 9,500, sir, and $9,500, and 9,500, sir, 95, 10,000, bid 10, and 10, your speech helped, 10,000, 10,000, sir, bid 10, and 10,000, and 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10,000, and 10, 10, 9,500, original bidder here, 10,000, sir, last call, and 10,000, and 10, $10,000, now 11, 11,000, 11,000, and 10 the bid, 11,000, sir, bid 11, you came all the way, sir, you've done all the work, 11,000, now 12, and 12,000, and 12,000, sir, and 11,000, now 12, and 12,000, and 12, 12, bid 12,000, 12, 12, sir, 12,000, and 12, 11,000, 12,000, 12,000, 11,500, one time, 11,500, sir, 11,000, 505, 11,000 with the gentleman here. Any response from the left side? And 11,500, 11,500, $11,000, original bidder. Going once. 11,000 twice. Third and final call. Sold it to you, 11,000. Is that 460, sir? 460, the buyer, 460. I need your color man skills. All right, number 2. Motion Kiani, is that right?
Yes, Mohsin Kayani.
This one here, ladies and gentlemen.
And I will say one thing about it.
Something different.
No. This is not the one right now.
You saw this number 2.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the painting that's up right now is this large one in the middle, Mohsin Kayani. Because of the size and because of different tastes people have for their homes, this one is not framed, but we have a framer in Reston, Virginia, who will frame it at cost just for TCF patrons. So we will help you get this framed to your liking after the event, whoever is the winning bidder. Go ahead.
Thank you. Comes framed, ladies and gentlemen, bid 5,000 and $5,000 and 5, bid 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. Thank you, sir. 6,000 and 5 the bid, 6,000, now 7, 7,000, 8,000, 8,000, now 9, and 9,000, sir, bid 9,000, 9,000. He said 10,000, bid 11, 11,000, 11,000. I have 10 bid, now 11. And $11,000 bid, $11,000. I'm 10,000 here. 11,000. 11,000. Would you give 10,500, sir? 10,500. Keep the bidding going. 10,500. I have 10,000 bid, 10,500, 10,000 and 5,500. Would it be 5 and 5,500, 10,000 and 5? With the same gentleman here, 10,500, 10,500, 11,000. 11,500, ma'am. 11,500, 11,500. Ma'am, look over here. 11,500. And I have 11,000 bid, 11,500, 11,500, 11,500, 11,500, and 11,500. 12,000, sir. Bid 12, and 12,000, and 12, 12, bid 12,000, sir. 12, 12, sir. I don't have you now. 12,000, bid 12, and 12,000 bid. And $13,000 and 13,000. I'm 12,000, 13, and $13,000 and 13, sir. 13,000, 13,000, 13,000, 12,000 bid. Asking 13 here, and $13,000 and last call here at 13,000, 13,000, 13,000. I have 12,000 bid. You're getting it framed for your home, ladies and gentlemen. Last call here, $12,000. Going once. Thank you, ma'am. 14,000, sir. 14,000. I am bid 14,000 and 14. Would it be 14, sir? 14,000. 14,000. 14's bid. 15, ma'am. I am 15,000. I love it that you're smiling at me now. 15 and 14 bid. 15 and $15,000 and 15. Would it be 15? Would it be 15? 14 with the gentleman. Would you get 14.5, ma'am? 14.5. 14,500. And 14.5, sir. She's consulting you there. And 14.5, 14,500, 14.5, 14.5. 14.5 bid, 15, sir. And $15,000 and 15. Thank you, ma'am. 15 and 15,000 and 15. Would it be 15? 14.5 bid here, 15,000. 15,000. I am $15,000 and 15 now 5. 15.5. I am 5, 15.5 and 15.5. 15,000 bid, 15.5. 15.5 and 15,500 and 5. Would it be 5? You said no before twice now. 15.5 and 15.5. Not sure to believe you here. 15.5 and 15,000 bid. 15.5, ma'am. And 15,000. Anyone else here? 15.5. 15,000 bid. Going once. 15,000 twice. Third and final call here, 15. Sold, number 460, 460. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's painting number 2 for him. Painting number 2. All right. Now the Ashraf. Yes?
Yes.
That's the list I have. Yep. Now, gentlemen, please bring the lady in gold and red up. This is the one we're selling next, ladies and gentlemen, the Ashraf. All right, we're going to open the bidding here, asking 15,000, 15,000, and $15,000 and 15,000. Thank you, ma'am. Now 16, 15, 16, and $16,000 and 16,000 and 16. Would it be 16? I'm with the lady here. 16, 17,000, ma'am. Right back at you. 17, 18 now, 18, 19, ma'am, and $19,000 and 19,000 bid, 19, 18 bid over here, 19,000, 19,000, 19,000. Would you give 18.5 one time? 18.5, 18.5. I have 18,000 with Roxanne, 18.5. 18.5. Anyone here? And 18,500 and 518.5. Riding with you, Roxanne, at 18,000. Waiting on the young lady here. 18.5. 18.5. Sir, I really think she wants to bid again. 18.5. 18.5. $18,000 with Roxanne. Going once. 18,000 twice. Roxanne's got the bid at 18. Third and final call, ma'am. If you want it, now's the time. Ma'am? Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Sold, $18,000. What's that number? 127, 127. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for that. And for the winning bidder, in case you couldn't see the detail, there is calligraphy inside the lady, very fine miniature type in gold leaf. So that's a fantastic painting that you just won. And at the very end, we have the star of the show by Ismail Gulji, also deceased. His paintings are appreciating. They're extremely valuable. They're extremely rare. Last 2 years, despite our efforts, we couldn't even find one. So And we do a lot of due diligence to make sure that they are authentic, because there are Gulgis out there that are not authentic. So if you look at page 13, for those who are interested, at the very top we have the provenance, which shows exactly who purchased it directly from Gulji and when, sold it to whom, and the next owner, and then we bought it from that owner directly with a certificate of authenticity just for you. So again, this is a very rare Gulji. Also, I just want to remind the people, 2-3 years ago, we had one like this that sold for $100,000. And the generous bidder who purchased that is actually with us today. So hopefully, one of you can try to emulate him. Thank you. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the star of our show. This is the one that more effort has been put into by the committee to bring you here tonight. So I would ask you to please, please turn to your neighbor and say, shh. I promise I won't keep you any longer than necessary. Here's the star of the show, the Golgi here. Bid $30,000, $30,000. And $30,000, thank you. Now 35, sir, 35. I have 30,000 bid, 35. And $35,000 and 35, 35, would it be fine, 35, 40. And 40,000, now 45, 45 and 50 and 50,000 and 50, you got 50,000, now 55, 60. And $60,000 and 60,000, 55,000 bids, 60 and 60,000, now 5 and 65,000 and 65, sir, go again, 65 and 65,000 and 65, now 70 and 70, sir, 70, now 5 and 75,000 and 75, would it be 75, would it be 75, 80,000 now, a photographer's in my way, $80,000 and 88 bid, 80,000, sir, bid 80, 75,000 bid, 80,000, sir, 80,000. As you've heard, this sold for $100,000 here. We're still behind the money, 80,000, 75 is bid, asking 80,000. 80,000. I have you in at 75. Do you want to be 80? I'll take it all day long. 75,000 with the smartly dressed gentleman here. 80,000. 80,000. And $80,000 and 80 bid 80,000, 80 bid 80,000, $80,000, 80,000 bid 80,000. 75,000. Right here. 80,000, sir. 80,000. 80,000. 80,000. Everybody in the room is over there talking to him. I have 75 bid, 76,000, sir. You've bid on every painting so far, 76. Bid 76,000. And $76,000 and 6, and 76,000 and 6. Anyone else? 76,000. 76,000. Anything else, color man? 75 bid, asking 6 here, and 76,000 and 6, and last call here, 76,000. Can't see the gentleman. I have 75,000 right here, going once. 75,000 twice. Third and final call here. Sold it to you, sir. $75,000. Thank you. Pleasure.
Congratulations, Shafkat Bhai. This is a fantastic painting, but more than that, we really appreciate your generosity. Shafkat Chaudhary, ladies and gentlemen, he has donated his school for TCF, and again, he is helping us raise money for children like Kainat, so thank you once again. And also my friend Fazal Sirandi, who got 2 out of the 4 paintings. Thank you, Fazal.
354 was that bidder number, 354. Ladies and gentlemen, real quick, give a hand to these gentlemen that are helping out here tonight. Volunteers everywhere in the room. Everyone is here to serve tonight the purposes of TCF. Thank you so much. So now I'm not going to say anything. Now I have nothing to sell. I'm asking for money now. Just the money, 100% tax deduction, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start out around $20,000 and we're going to work our way down to $1,500. You have the bidder cards. So when you feel the number that I put out there is just painful enough for you, raise the card and we will go around the room and collect your bidder numbers so that you can donate, just because maybe you didn't want a painting tonight. Maybe you have plenty of paintings. This, ladies and gentlemen, is all about giving from your heart. The thing that touched me the most when the young lady was speaking is how educational is forward and backward in generations. Ladies and gentlemen, turn to your neighbors, please, and say, shh. So right now, we are asking for support of a TCF school for 1 year. 1 year. And the dollar amount is $20,000. $20,000. Who gives? Way in the back, number 14. Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. He gives at $20,000. $20,000. Who else gives at the $20,000 level? 20,000. 20,000. That's in support of a TCF school for an entire year. 20,000. Last call, ladies and gentlemen. I have you at 20. Did you want to do it twice? My man, number 14 just gave us $40,000, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Anyone else? Last call here at 20,000. Next is the $10,000 level. 10,000. You will support a TCF school for 6 months at the $10,000 level. Hold your bid cards high, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to give at the $10,000 level. 6 months of support, 10,000 here. Thank you, sir. Number 187. Give him a round of applause there. 10,000. 10,000. Who else helps at the 10,000 level? Right here, thank you, ma'am. Number 452. 452 gives at the 10,000. She'll help. Who else helps at 10,000? 10,000. 10,000. Sir, are you telling me you're bidding here? Thank you. Do you have a number? All right. Gentleman at table 7 is giving 10,000. Give him a hand there. 10,000. 420 gives. That's him. 420. Thank you, Heather. Anyone else? I saw bid cards moving around over here. Did you want to wave them at me? Anyone else? Last call here at the $10,000 level. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Next, dedicate a classroom. Dedicate a classroom is 5,000. And this lady right here, 257, helps at 5,000. Thank you. 134 gives at 5,000. Thank you. Give them a round of applause. 358 gives at 5,000. Who else? 460. Thank you. You've been so generous tonight. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, look at, now this side's coming alive. 161 gives. 180, give them applause, ladies and gentlemen. 209, 189, and 285 all give at the $5,000 level. My goodness, we just collected up $30,000 on this side. What do we have over here? 5,000. This gentleman here gives 5,000. 5,000, thank you. 5,000, right? Yep, 258. Right? Whoa, 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 wait a minute. 1 second, don't lose your spot. This gentleman, yes, this gentleman just dedicated, listen in, ladies and gentlemen, listen in. This gentleman just dedicated 5 classrooms at $5,000 apiece. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. $25,000. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Roxanne. And 482 gives 5,000. Thank you. Who else at the $5,000 level? 5,000. 5,000. Last call here. They're going to give me the hook. 5,000. All right. How about, ladies and gentlemen, at 3,600, 3,600, you can support a classroom for 1 year. 3,600 here. Thank you, sir. 286 gives at 3,600. Who else? Right here, 130. Thank you at 3,600. 260 at 3,600. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it going here. We're at the $3,600 level. Who else? Who else? Last call here, $3,600. So number 460 gives again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Support a classroom for 1 year. Last call at 3,600. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the chance. If you haven't given yet, now's the time. At $1,500, you will pay to educate a child kindergarten through 10th grade. $1,500, way out yonder. 225, thank you, sir. 118, thank you, sir. 430, thank you, ma'am. 411, thank you, ma'am. 369, thank you, ma'am. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause here. $1,500 level. 460, I believe, has given almost at every level. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Last call at the $1,500 level. Anyone else? Number 100 gives. Thank you, ma'am. At the $1,500 level. 40, 70, 145, 164, 174. And number 20 gives at the $1,500 level. And with number 20's give, you have just helped raise over 100. Oh, wait a minute. Number 68 says she'll help at the $1,500 level. Anyone else? Thank you, ma'am. Anyone else at the $1,500 level? Last call here. In this room, we have just raised in excess of $175,000 to help the schools at TCF. Give yourself a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes what my team are here to do for you tonight. Thank you again so much for having us. Thank you again for what you do.
Thank you, Clark, for conducting the live auction again, and we look forward to having you back again in the future.
Likewise.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the live auction and paddle call is over, but there's one more thing between now and dinner. But before we get to that, I want to remind everybody during dinner, please step out. There are about a dozen beautiful paintings up for auction at the silent auction. You can bid during dinner. That will end around 10:15 or 10:20. So please make sure to put your bids, and there's sports memorabilia as well outside, including a jersey, Pakistan cricket jersey, signed by Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, donated by our committee member, Hamza Rana. Thank you, Hamza. So please don't forget to bid on the silent auction items. And now for the climax of the donations. Ladies and gentlemen, we should repeat the shh and Mehdi. Mehdi Hassan, who's Mehdi, folks, people are walking up to Mehdi Hassan and having him sign the book. It's very kind of him. From now on, he's going to start charging $1,000 per autograph. Except if you do it after auction, you can get it for less. So Mehdi is not going to sign any more during the auction. This is the last one. Because we're now going to our school donations, which is the climax, which is where we raise most of the money. And my good friend, my brother Adnan here, is going to take it away.
Thank you. So, 43. Does anybody know the significance of the number 43? Anyone? No, it's not Babe Ruth's record. It's the number of schools this community has given over the past 14 years. 43 schools have been built by people like yourselves. But today, we have more. We have an anonymous donor who does not want, he is not here today, but he has a proxy who would like to come and say a few words. We would like to invite Dr. Aziza Shad to come on stage and say a few words on his behalf. Dr. Aziza Shad, are you here? There she is. She's one of our renowned oncologists, does a lot of charity work of her own for Indus Hospital, and we'd like for her to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. You couldn't be at a better event, and you couldn't be at a better fundraiser. Education and health are the two most important things that we lack in Pakistan. And we need to open our wallets and our hearts today to donate for the education of children who are underprivileged. So I want to start, first of all, by congratulating Shimmi. Shimmi Kidwai needs to be recognized by each and every one of us for the untiring efforts that she makes towards the children of Pakistan. This donor is a friend of mine. He hails from the Midwest. He's a very simple physician, and he's delighted to be able to donate one school for TCF today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shah. And now we have yet another anonymous donor. And of course, we can't talk about anything. However, she has sent us a voice note, and we'd like to play that voice note for her and her family. Please listen to it carefully.
Assalamu alaikum. I would like to thank TCF for allowing me this opportunity to speak with you. My mother was an educator. She started teaching at the age of 16 and continued in one form or another till the age of 95. She was a big proponent of education, the kind that is based on book learning, values, and respect. It was her dream to donate a school to TCF. We were lucky and blessed to be able to fulfill that dream on her behalf. A big role toward that goal was played by Shimmi Kidwai and her team in DC and by the team in Karachi. The whole process was extremely streamlined, very well organized, very well communicated, and quite painless. They offered us a lot of support, knowing very well how emotional and important this endeavor was for our family. We will always be grateful to them for helping us carry on my mother's legacy. Thank you, TCF.
And now, may I remind you that the cost of a school, it's not just building a school, including the land and everything, is about $195,000. But TCF would like wants us to also give, donating for $325,000 for 5 years of running of that school. So the donation that you're hearing right now are $325,000. Our next school donor is actually from the city of Houston. And this is their second school. They were here 2 years ago in person. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it here. They are Farhat and Maqsood Halim. They couldn't be here. This is their second school. And I would like Ms. Farida Rokadia to please come on stage and speak on their behalf. Ms. Rokadia, please. She's here. I saw her. Oh, there she is. Right. Drum roll, if we had one. I should have just come over to you. Made you walk all the way here. Please come on stage. Thank you. Whatever you like to say on their behalf.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Farida Rokadia. I am a resident to Washington, D.C. I haven't lived here too long, so I don't know everybody here. But I gave a school some time back to TCF in my parents' name, and I convinced my niece to give a school. They got so excited about the school that they gave that they want to give another one this year. So hopefully we can convince them to give another one next year, okay? Is there anybody else who needs convincing? I can come and convince you to get a school. Anybody need convincing? Anyway, but there's also, we've convinced a friend of hers who's given a school anonymously as well. So hopefully TCF will be able to get more children into schools and get them educated and give them a good life. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ms. Rokadia.
Thank you, Farida Rokadia, again. She has donated a school of her own from her family foundation as well, so we really appreciate that.
And now we have another donor who is among us, not anonymous. He's among us, and he's also giving his second school. This is his second school. I believe he gave a school 2-3 years ago. I'd like Mr. and Mrs. Najia and Shahzad Habib to come on stage and announce and their dedication to their second school.
Thank you. Thank you, Adnan, and thank you, Hasnan, for having me up here. So as we are here this evening on a very special evening, which is about charity, about giving, there is a question I've been reflecting, actually 2 questions. Why should we give, and what should be the intent behind giving? And as I've contemplated these 2 questions, I think the biggest thing that's come to me is it is a responsibility. It is our responsibility to give based on the blessings that each of us have. We all know what blessings we have or what we don't have. So it is our ability to calibrate based on what we've been given, gifted by the Almighty. So to give back is our responsibility, we owe it. The second point to consider is what should be the intent of giving it? When we give from a place of arrogance, when we give from a place of ego, we dilute our giving. And when we think that by giving we are bigger or better than someone else, it is called gharoor, which is not a good thing. So to give from a place of humility, knowing that this is something that we owe, is critical. The last thing I'd like to say is, when we give, there is a natural byproduct to that, and the natural byproduct is good karma. And that karma comes to us in tenfold multiples, which we do not realize. That comes to us in our business, in our work, to ourselves, to our community, to our children, to our lives. It brings that goodness around us. So at the end of the day, the biggest benefactor is yourself when you give. People don't realize this. They realize they're giving it for someone else, they're giving it for photo ops. But we are the biggest benefactor ourselves. So with that said, I would like to thank Shimi Kidwai and the TCF team for doing a phenomenal job of setting this wonderful event. What an amazing historic location, the Waldorf Astoria. From New York, coming from there, I love this location. So thank you very much and to a great event and appreciate it.
Thank you, Shahzad, for donating your second school. And Shahzad also bought a painting for $100,000 a couple of years ago, so he's a multiple repeat donor, and may God continue to bless you in your career, in your business. And I know you're succeeding, but you always keep coming back and giving back, so you're setting an example for the rest of the community to follow. Thank you again.
Our next donor is going to go in the record books. This gentleman has given 3 schools already, and he started giving schools from 2010. He's given 3 schools in his neighborhood, in his area in Pakistan, in Gujranwala. Unfortunately, he's not here today with us. However, he's recorded a video for us to see, and he is not only giving 1, but 2 schools for TCF tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look.
Assalamu alaikum ji. My name is Dr. Farooq Ahmed. I'm a retired physician. I was born and raised in Gujranwala and then went to Government College Lahore and graduated from King Edward Medical College University in 1967. I came to the United States in 1968 and had 6 years of training in blood diseases and cancer treatment. And then I practiced in Ohio for 40 years and retired in 2013. And I currently live in New York, close to my 2 children. I was introduced to TCF by a physician, by a friend, Mr. Salim Ahmed from Cleveland, Ohio, who had built a school and named after his mother. So I approached Daniel Nurani Saab, and they indicated that they just acquired a tract of land near Gujranwala, and I had built a primary school there. I think it was 2009. Then a few years later, they approached me again and wanted another primary school built, which I did. And then they came back to me again in 2015 or so and wanted to build a high school. So we went ahead and built a high school also. And more recently, Shimi Appa from Washington, D.C. approached me and asked me if I could build a primary school near Mandi Bahauddin in Gujranwala district, and I agreed to do that as well. And we, instead of 1 school, we built 2 schools. So I have built 5 schools with TCF, and I am really very proud of having done that. I have visited my schools in Gujranwala, and it is just a joyous event to go see these schools. You drive on a country road for several kilometers, and then all of a sudden, in the midst of green fields, you see this beautiful Taj Mahal type structure, which is your school. It's a beautiful 2-story building, very nice brick, and the rooms are very airy and bright. The children are just so happy there, and the teachers are very impressive. They're all girls, and they are very well educated. Most of them have master's degree, and some of them have MPhil also. And I think the students there are so happy, and many students from surrounding villages who go to government school actually change their school to come to TCF. And it's just very heartwarming to see your donation, helping so many children and teenagers to change their life. And I really recommend everyone to support TCF with their open heart and contribute to the education of children of our country and to brighten their future. Thank you very much for listening.
A round of applause for Dr. Farooq Ahmed, who is the only donor in the United States who has given 5 schools. That takes the tally today from 43 to 49.
Thank you, Adnan. But Adnan, I know much as you would like to see 50, we got 6 schools today, which is a record.
Just like most of our...
He'll turn it on. Which is a record. And
Just like most of our Pakistani batsmen who could score 50 runs at least.
and you tend not to get, the only time in our 14-year history where we got a school that was not pre-planned, was surprised, was actually when your family came forward last year and surprised Shimmy Appa and me. We had no idea and donated your second school. Thank you. But since you set that precedent, I think Shimmy Appa, we have to ask, just in case somebody is sitting to give a subscribe school, take us to 50. Do you know something that I don't? I'm looking around. Maybe we wait a minute. There's a gentleman there who wants to say something. So let's. Okay. There's a gentleman coming here. Looks somebody that I personally have not met before, but let's see what announcement he's looking to make. Sir, walaikum salam. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Your name?
My name is Kumail Zaidi.
Kumail Zaidi. Welcome. And
My name is Solat Zaidi.
ladies and gentlemen, we have here with us Solat and Kumail Zaidi. I'll be honest, I'm meeting them for the first time. Welcome to our gala, and it seems that you'd like to make some announcement, and it is a surprise to me, so I don't know if you're giving land or what else, but I'm just going to hand over the mic to you so you can announce it yourself.
Yeah, thank you. We've been really impressed with all the fantastic work that TCF has done. My father moved to America from Karachi back in 1958. So we were born and raised here, and back then there weren't a lot of Pakistanis, and for sure there were not a lot of Shia people. So we've been really impressed with all the great work that's been done, and our hearts have always been with Pakistan, and we think with all the craziness that's happening in the world, that it's important that we continue to invest in the children and continue to build a foundation. So we'd like to be the builders of the 50th school, inshallah. Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic, a complete surprise. I had no idea, at least. I don't know if you had a secret deal with Shimmy Appa, but that is the 7th school for tonight, the 50th. And ladies and gentlemen, each school comes with endowment for operating expenses for at least 3 years, so it's over 300,000. Just these 50 schools alone is $21 million. That's a lot of money, and then that doesn't include all the other contributions and donations. So thank you, Solat and Kumail. Fantastic to have you join us and have you as part of the community. Shimmy Appa, I'm speechless. 7 schools and 50 for the year. So maybe as dinner is being served in a minute, maybe I'll let Shimmy Appa have the final word, because honestly, she works round the clock all year. She will end this gala and literally go home and start thinking about the next one. So
thank you very much, and I'm just speechless myself. I cannot believe. Sola just called me and said that we are going to give 1 school. And then I asked Aslan and Adnan, is it true that we are going to have 7 schools? I could not believe myself. Shehzad, thank you so much for donating school. So God bless all of you, and the journey will continue. And hopefully next year we'll have more, not 7, maybe 10 schools. Thank you.
I don't know where you're going to get those from, but if anybody can do it, Shimmy Appa can do it. We know that. So let's end on a high, and please enjoy dinner. Now, again, reminder, silent auction outside, so help yourselves. And then we're going to have some fantastic qawwali after dinner, so please stay for that.